when it comes to marriage, in man's math, 1 + 1 = 2. In God's math, 2 = 1. Ephesians 5:31 tells us that a man shall leave his mother and his father and shall hold fast to his wife. The two shall become one flesh. Now, that's the thing, right? I want to put emphasis on first, the man should hold fast to his wife, okay? Not somebody else's wife, okay? His wife. Next, right? The two shall become one flesh, not three, four, five flesh, not a bunch of people all up in your marriage. No, that thing should be husband, wife, and God. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Now, the institution of marriage belongs to God. It does not belong to man. But the reason why it's so perverted in the way it is because mankind has taken it and taken God out of it, and then just they only want the benefits of marriage, the things that they can get from marriage, but they don't want to deny oneself. They don't want to not only deny oneself, they don't want to submit to one another. They don't want to do the work, which is called like leaving yourself behind and becoming one with your partner. People don't want to do that. Oh, I want to keep my own identity. I want to do what I want to do. And all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? But that's another conversation for another day. But the institution belongs to God. He has a order, and his order is for a reason. And when we are outside of that order, we cannot be surprised when the calamity hits us in the way in which it does. Okay, Matthew 22:30 tells us that there is no marriage in heaven, right? It says, and so maybe that will inspire those that are married, right, to hold on and to love the ones you have, maybe just a little bit harder, knowing that, hey, there is no marriage in heaven. We would be like the angels. That's what the text tells us. Now, you got to protect your marriage, right, in covering in prayer and inviting God in and asking God to bless this marriage, man. Like you can't just be out here all willy-nilly exposed, because we already know that this thing is spiritual. Your marriage is going to be attacked by the enemy, point blank, period. Because he doesn't like that institution, so it's going to be attacked. That's the inevitable. It is going to come. You see what I'm saying? But think about this: when the separate, right, when he spoke to Eve, he got her alone. He didn't speak to her with Adam. He got her alone. And that reminds me. So this is the thing: them DMs in your inbox. Go ahead and clean that thing out. Get up out of there. They ain't nothing but the enemy trying to speak to you alone, away from your husband or husbands, away from your wife, right? Ain't nothing but the enemy in there. That smooth talk, that flattery, that, oh, you looking good. Hey, queen, I see you. Grand rising, and all the other foolishness. Get up out of here. You see what I'm saying? They ain't nothing but the enemy, right? The only DMs we need, right, is a DM from God, right? Those are the DMs that we need. I need my DMs from God, okay? Now, you can do it man's way or you can do it God's way, but God has order. He has structure for a reason. Not saying you're not going to go through anything when you do it God's way, but one thing you can be guaranteed is that God is not going to abandon you. He's not going to forsake you. And he's not going to forsake that marriage. So that's why I'd rather do it God's way.